Right, so I'm with Professor BMW, Richard Baxter himself, and you wanted to show me something. What is so special that we've come round the back garden?
This is special because back in the 60s, early 60s,
Right.
Lotus were established
Right.
only 5 miles from here, down in Cheshunt.
Okay.
And so this is
Lotus what? Cars?
Lotus cars.
I thought they were up in Cambridge in England.
Up in Norfolk.
Norfolk, yeah.
But they came out of Hornsey, that's where they started. And then they came to
Oh
Cheshunt.
my God, look at this.
So they came to Cheshunt in, I don't know, back end of the 50s,
Right.
maybe early 60s, I'm not sure.
Oh,
And
wow.
and it was their first proper factory.
Look at this.
So this is called a Lotus Super 7.
Right, okay.
Two-seater.
Comes with its own bit of wood.
Yeah.
It's like a polishing mop.
People kind of probably think of this as being like a Caterham.
It's, to me, it's just, yeah, it looks like a Caterham, or it could be...
And Caterham, you know, Lotus sold Caterham.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, that would all make sense then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so here it is,
So this is pre-Caterham.
pre-Caterham.
1962.
1962.
In original... Oh my God, you just pulled the...
Pulled the door off.
You pulled the door off. It's actually got little windscreen wipers on it.
It's so sweet, isn't it?
And what's under the bonnet? Are you going to
Yeah,
do the
yeah.
honours?
So look, we're underneath here.
I love it when he does this. Look at this.
Here we've got one of the first Cosworth engines.
Is a Cosworth engine with twin Webbers.
Twin Webbers on it, exactly. And it was, back in the day, it was very fast. It was over 100 miles an hour.
In
motor
this?
car. Yeah,
And it weighs nothing.
nothing to it at all. As they still don't, do they?
No, that's
still-
very true, yeah.
It's still
But
a very, very, it's like a race car on the road, isn't it?
I love this, all these old lights. Don't tell me this is another restoration project, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Oh,
The only thing I can't decide on this is whether I actually
So
undertake this as a restoration project or sell it on as it is, because I've got so many others to do.
but I love it. Look at this. It's proper. You've got to do this as well. I think you've got a few years to while
to do
away
it.
your time here.
So it's got on the
How
my
big is the engine? I haven't even asked you that.
It's 1340
Okay,
cc.
it's a bit of an odd size.
Yeah, I mean it's come. I think it's the engine. I might be wrong. I think it's the same engine. It's a Ford engine.
Right.
And I think it came from something like maybe the Ford Capri Classic, or maybe the 105e. I'm really not sure. But Cosworth did the cylinder head, and it was extremely rapid.
And from here, that actually looks cleaner than my current modern day car. I'll be
Okay.
honest with you. That is, it's not that bad, guys. I mean, but that is pretty clean for an old car that's been... How long's it been sat out here in the garden?
Oh, probably 3 years.
Just sat here in the garden.
Under the cover. And,
So I can't call you Professor BMW when we're talking about this, because this is a Lotus.
It's a Lotus. And the funny thing is, the wheels on here, I don't know if do you remember Triumph Heralds?
Yeah, I had one.
Okay. Well, the wheels are standard were from a Triumph Herald.
Do you know, I thought I recognised them.
But that's not. That's a aftermarket add-on thing.
But they look like Triumph Herald wheels with they're like mag slot things or whatever they were called.
But I have got the original ones were steel
Okay.
with a hubcap on there.
And these are alloys.
Alloys. So somebody tried to modernise it at some point during its life.
Let's have a look inside.
Yeah, come and have a look.
Look at this.
I mean, look. tell me how it is you change gear.
How do you even get in this thing?
Go on, hop in.
Oh, I can't. I wouldn't get in there. I won't get out again. Look at this. You've got all the dials here. Everything's still. It's all lovely. It's just a bit dusty.
Just dusty and dirty. Yeah.
Switches still. I love the old switches when it's that feeling.
And look, the rev counters in front of the passenger to scare the life out of them. But look at the gear knob. I mean, how the hell did you get onto that gear knob?
Oh my God! Look, your hand is right up here.
And the handbrake is even further in, I think.
It's a bit like a Morgan. It's very similar because the Morgan's very far forward with the handbrake, and the handbrake's here.
But you've got to think back in the time. I mean, this is Lotus.
I love this. Is a real Lotus steering wheel. Look how tiny it is. Look.
This is real Lotus era, isn't it? Jim Clark.
Yeah. This is like their heyday.
It really was. Yeah.
Richard, I love it. So let's bare knuckles, brass tacks, whatever you want to call it. When is this going to be restored? When's it going to get back to its former glory?
Yeah.
If you do it, I mean.
If I do it.
How long would something like this take?
It wouldn't take very long. The car itself wouldn't take very long.
No, it's
and
quite.
and I think you could do it if you're pretty well on the case. I think you could probably do it in 6 months.
Wow.
But it'd have to be a full nut and bolt restoration.
And would you be able to take this out on the road, or would you use
Yeah.
it for racing?
No, road.
Road
Car, yeah. And the original mudguards would have been about half the width they are on here now,
Right.
which actually would be quite sort of unusual, wouldn't it? It would look really very
Really
period.
would look a bit different.
Very
Yeah.
period.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Yet another restoration project with Professor BMW. And we keep going on about that. I'm going to start calling you something else.
Lotus,
Mr.
man.
Lotus Man.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys, if you want to see more what happens to this car, we're going to film this as he does it up, or if sadly it gets sold and gets moved on, we'll let you know. But we'll keep you updated with all these little restoration projects that Professor BMW is currently working on. Like, subscribe and comment. Don't forget that one, because we need your support when it comes to that. And I look forward to catching you next week with something else this man's going to show me, which is bound to shock the pants off me, as we say in the UK. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next week.